the reference from Siddhari Prabhu. So it's all, it's all from YouTube videos actually. So I never expected actually. I just posted it, for my past batch, and see we have a new batch here from different time zones. Can you please enable me to share my screen, Ujjwal Prabhu?
There you go.
Okay. Okay, so we have some Bengali thing here, okay? This is the Anvaya. Okay, for Vijay Prabhu and Pranhari Prabhu, just to let you know what our flow will be of studying. We are studying Harinamamrit Vyakaranam. You might be knowing about it. And it's compiled by Jiva Goswami. And originally it was done by Rupa Goswami in a shorter version, Laghu Harinamamrit Vyakaranam, around 700 sutras. But later Jiva Goswami expanded it and enhanced it, so to say. Then, so we'll be studying that Bṛhad version of Harinamamrit Vyakaranam. So it's a course, I'll say for around 2 years, to be frank, not to say that it's a 1 month course and drag you. It's around 2 years, I'll say. And 2 years if we go at a good pace, not like, sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. So Bṛhad Harinamamrit Vyakaranam, and it's really a fun for those who really want to, I'll guarantee you, it's a fun learning grammar from Harinamamrit Vyakaranam. So we'll study grammar, and along with it, we'll study the Anvaya of Srimad Bhagavatam. If you don't know Anvaya simply means turning the poetry. The shlokas are poetry. And the normal Sanskrit, like in the 5th canto, you see, non-shloka, those are prose. So turning the poetry into prose, rearranging the subject, the object, the verb, the adjectives, the adverbs in the shloka, according to a prose form, that is known as Anvaya. So that's how we get to break shlokas just by reading the Sanskrit, not looking at the translations. And by doing Anvaya, our vocabulary, Sanskrit vocabulary increases. Our sense of the language increases as well. When we do it, the vibhaktis, the sandhis, and so on. It's just that when we read grammar, when we study grammar, so as we move ahead in grammar, so simultaneously you will start noticing the grammatical part in the Anvaya. Are you getting me? Like when we start sandhi, so naturally when we'll do Anvaya, so you will look for the sandhis and you will try to undo them by yourself. So doing Anvaya is a practical thing to practically imply and implement the usage of grammar which we are studying. Because just studying grammar doesn't help. We have to have something tangible where we can practice grammar simultaneously. And it will really help. And my only desire is that to selflessly serve devotees and to promote Harinamamrit Vyakaranam. I don't want anything. Radha Govindev, Krishna Balram, they are with me and I'm with them and we're happy together. So I never charge because my Gurudev, like from whom I learned Sanskrit, means it's like a Brahmanical thing and it's not a Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav course where we charge something. So it's a selfless service from my side, and just to promote Harinamamrit Vyakaranam, because Jiva Goswami did it for us, and it's now our duty to keep it alive and save it from being extinct. Animals, they become extinct like dinosaur or something. So Harinamamrit Vyakaranam is on the verge of being extinct actually. But if we promote it, we study it in small circles, some devotees here and there, then it will stay alive. So we'll start.
Just a quick question regarding the schedule.
we'll have every day or
Yeah, I thought of doing 5 days a week. Maybe we can skip on the weekends and also on the Ekadashis and the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. Rest we can do Monday to Friday.
okay.
That was my plan. And yeah, about the timings, 8 to 9 is okay with me. Uh, like IST, like I'm talking about IST. I always forget that I'm dealing with people from different time zones. So for you, is this time okay? Everyone? Okay. No? Yeah. Okay, so 8 p.m. every 5 days, except Saturday, Sunday, and Ekadashis. Okay, so we'll start the first chapter of grammar. Is there any question from anyone till now? Any clarification needed? Because if I jump into teaching, then we'll just go at a pace. Anything about anything, like any clarification? Okay, good. So this grammar is based on sutras, around 3200 sutras. And please don't fear about memorizing the sutras and all, because if you start fearing in advance, then you won't do it ever. So it's like a daily bit, daily 2 3 sutras, memorize, practice, and that's all. So if you just start contemplating in the beginning that no, we have to memorize sutras, this, that, so many things, then take it for sure granted that you will leave it one day. So every day a bit, 2 3 sutras, and practice it. Next day 2 3 sutras, practice it. And on weekends get time to memorize and to recover whatever we studied the last 5 days. So we'll study the sutra number 1. So for Vijay Prabhu and Pran Hari Prabhu, I think Ujjwal Prabhu and Ashwin Prabhu memorized the sutras. So I hope so. Nārāyaṇād udbhuto yam varṇa-kramaḥ. First chapter is entitled Saṁjñā-prakaraṇam. Prakaranam stands for chapter in English. Sangya means defining something, definitive part, and sandhi means combining or joining something. So first part of the chapter is Saṁjñā-prakaraṇam, the definitions. Nārāyaṇād udbhutoyam varṇa-kramaḥ. From Narayana, from Lord Narayana, ayam varṇa-kramaḥ nārāyaṇād udbhutah. This varna-krama is originated from Lord Narayana. Varna-krama stands for all the alphabet in the Sanskrit language. Like in English, we have alphabets, in Hindi, in every language we do. So similarly, in Sanskrit, we have a set of alphabets beginning from A. This is not English A, this is A. It's just the Roman script. So the Sanskrit alphabets, they have been originated from the body of Lord Narayana. And if you study Panini, they say that the origin of all the Varna-krama is Lord Shiva. Actually, not Lord Shiva, actually. Lord Shiva's Damru. What do you say Damru in English? I don't know. The drum, two-sided drum. Two-sided drum. So Panini says, Muni says that the alphabets of Sanskrit, The origin is Lord Shiva and his Damru. That when he sounded his Damru, played his Damru, so from that sound appeared all the varṇa-kramas, in different sets, which is known as Maheshwaras there. Maheshwaras or Maheshwara there. Am I right, Ujjwal Prabhu?
Yeah, as far
Maheshwara
as
or
I know. Maheshwara Sutras, the Sutras of Maheshwara.
yeah, Maheshwara, right. So that is the Panini version. But Jiva Goswami states that Lord Narayana is the origin of all the alphabets. And yes. So what Jiva Goswami has done is, Jiva Goswami has first compiled the sutras, which are written in bold in the book, in the PDF throughout. And this PDF we have already shared in the group, so the new devotees can take advantage of it. And along with writing sutras, Jiva Goswami himself wrote a commentary on all the sutras, just to clarify it further. Because many times sutras are so compact that although they contain the full meaning of itself, but the students, they are unable to grasp it. And actually many times the sutras are even unable to express themselves. They are crying so that people can understand them, but it doesn't happen. So it needs some elaboration, some commentary, some tika. So Jiva Goswami's commentary on the sutras on Harinamamrit is known as Vritti. Vritti. So this part, just after the translations, the Sanskrit part is the Vritti part in every sutra. So we'll be studying the Vritti along with the sutra in the classes, which will help us, really help us actually. And after the classes, whenever you have got time, you can read the whole stuff, Sangshodhani by Matsavtar Prabhu and the other stuffs also. It's very helpful. A, I, U, R, E, I, O, Au, Ang, A. Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, M, Cha, Cha, Ja, Jha, Ñ, Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Na, Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Na, Pa, Pha, Ba, Bha, Ma, Yara, Lava, Sha, Sha, Sa, Ha, Ksha. So these are the alphabets, the Sanskrit alphabets. Is there any devotee who uh, who has not memorized or who doesn't know the letters by heart? Anyone? I hope everyone knows it by heart. Is it?
Yeah, I learned it in 6th standard, but yeah, but kind of I'm like used to reading separate, but specifically I don't know. Still, I have to clarify the pronunciation. I have
No,
to,
except from pronunciation, do you
yeah,
know
except from pronunciation, I know. Yes.
in sequence?
Yes.
What about Pranhari Prabhu? Yeah,
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
in sequence, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
What about Vijay Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji, I know in sequence.
Ujjwal Prabhu? Yeah.
Yes, I know it.
Because this is the main thing. So it's good that all of us know. What was that? Just 1 minute, please. Ete varna aksharani. All these alphabets, they are also known as varna and they are also known as akshara. Varna or akshara. Then Esham udbhavasthanani. Now comes a little technical part, which is also important. The pronunciation part of all the letters. Esham udbhavasthanani. So Jiva Goswami will be telling the pronunciation, the place of articulation, pronunciation for each letter in the alphabet. A, Ka varga, Ha visarganam kantha. The letter A, short A, the long A, Ka varga. Ka varga stands for ka, kha, ga, gha, nga. The letter ha and visarga. Visarga, you know the visarga, two dots after, like Krishna, Hari, Vishnu, the last aspiration sound. So all these sounds are originated from kantaha, from throat. If you pronounce it just now, you can just try it by yourself. A, ka, kha. So there is an emphasis put on the throat here. So this is from kantha. Then e, cha varga ya shanam talu. The letters long, short and long e. The letters from cha varga, cha, cha, ja, jham, nya, letter ya, and the sh, palatal sh. They are originated from talu. Now talu means the palate. Palate is, for example, if this is the mouth, the upper teeth, just the place behind the upper teeth. So that is talu, and there our tongue touches while pronouncing this section. We can just try it once. Cha, cha, ja, jha. So our tongue is touching the spot just behind the upper teeth. So that is palate, talu. And this sh, this is also palatal sh. We'll say it palatal sh because we have three sh, 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 and sa. So it's quite confusing for many actually. So just remember that this sh is palatal sh, where our tongue is touching the spot just behind the upper teeth. Okay, that is talu. U, pa varganam oshtha. The letters u and u, pa varga, pa, pha, ba, bha, ma. Oshtha means the lips. So while pronouncing it, our lips contract with each other. It's pa. When we speak pa, and our lips contract. Pa, pha, ba, pha, ba, and so on. Ri, ta varga. Ra, shana, murdha. Murdha is a place behind palate, on the upper roof, behind even palate, at the middle here. So, like if you pronounce ta, ta, so the tongue is twisting like this, upper side, and it's touching the upper roof in between. Ta, tha, da, dha, na, ra, and this cerebral sh, sh. This sh is a difficulty for many, sh, especially pronouncing Krishna, especially while we pronounce Krishna. Okay, let me show you something. Okay. Okay, everyone understands Devanagari script? Pranari Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, no, I think. Okay. Krishna. So here, this is how we write Krishna. But you know what? This is how we pronounce Krishna. Did you get it? We write it correct, but we pronounce it wrong. We pronounce it as this, Krishna, normally, but it should be Krishna. So
So the middle sh in the second one is like sh. We like little bit lightly we pronounce it, right, in the second one, but in the male one, in the top one we do Krishna. It's a little bit
it's
more.
it's not about slight and all. It's just the place of pronunciation. This the upper sha is known as cerebral sha or murdhanya sha, where the tongue is touching the upper roof behind palate, behind talu, and this sha is pronounced at the place, the palate. The tongue is touching the spot just behind the upper teeth. So of course, this while pronouncing this sh, it takes a bit more, effort from our side. Krishna, Krishna, and this is quite easy. That's why we opt for it generally. But actual pronunciation should be Krishna, Krishna. So yeah, like that. So we can try while chanting Krishna. Vijay Prabhu, after class, we will chant your round. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. I taught it to one group in Noida, near Delhi, in my temple. So after, I taught them in the class, what happened was, from the next day on, while, the chanting time was on in the morning, people would roam around me and they would loudly, chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. And they would generally, approach me, Prabhu, sahi ho raha hai? Am I going right, pronouncing it right? And, many devotees, and I was like, what's happening, man? And the time I would enter the temple hall, temple room, devotees would like, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. They would put such an emphasis on Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I'm like, Hare Krishna. So at one point of time, I had to tell a devotee, Prabhu, please clarify things afterwards. Let me chant my rounds. And few devotees even complained that, Prabhu, before we would complete my round in 8 minutes, 7 minutes. Now it's taking 10 minutes, 11 minutes to complete my round. But the pronunciation is right. But they told that pronunciation is good, so I'm feeling good. That, now it's a complete mantra that I'm pronouncing it right. So we can try it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Okay. Then the last one is Ri Ta Varga Lasanam Dantaha. The letters R and Ri, these are almost extinct letters in Sanskrit. Ta Varga, Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Na, La, Sa. So here our tongue, if you notice, touches the upper teeth, the back. Ta, Tha, Da. If you just try pronouncing it, Ta, Tha. The tongue is hitting the upper teeth from behind. So that's why it's Danta. And this Sa, like in Sarpa, is Dantya Sa, dental Sa. Sa, Sa. There is a bit more technicality in the pronunciation part, which we'll be covering in few days, will be coming ahead. So for now, whatever Jivu Swami is giving, we are reading it. E daitohu kanta talu. The letters A and I, they are pronounced with the help of kantha and talu. A and I. There is an emphasis on the throat, plus our tongue is going towards the talu. Although it's not touching properly, fully, but it's going in that direction. A, I. So that's why it's kantha talu, with the help of both. O dautoho kanthaustham. The letters O and O, kantha and aushtha, with the help of kantha, throat, and aushtha. O. When we are pronouncing O, naturally our lips, they are curving in a particular manner. O, O. And also there is a pressure on the throat. So it's kantha yukta plus oshtham. Vakarasya danta oshtham. The letter V, varna V, is pronounced with the help of danta plus oshtha. V, V. Tongue is hitting upper teeth, hitting the lower lip. V, V, V. Okay. And see, this V is different from the pronunciation of W in English. For example, if we pronounce William, William, William. So although the V in William sounds familiar and identical to this V, but there the upper teeth is not touching the lower lip. William. Did you get my point? So that's the pronunciation of W as V is different from this V. That is William, William. It's an air, when we are pronouncing V. It's an air almost. But when we pronounce something including V, so it has to touch the upper teeth and the lower lip. V. Vanavasi, 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 and so on. Vanita. Anuswarasya shironasika va ityadini. Anuswara is that dot above, and in this one, M with a dot above, or in Devanagari, just a dot above the letters. So Anuswara is pronounced with the help of Shira, the head, and Nasika, the nose. So it's like a nasal, some people, they sing from their nose, nasal, and I don't know if you know someone like that, but I know someone. Especially, when we get cold, fever, so we naturally become nasal. Means this example I just got, when we get cold or fever, automatically all our letters, all our pronunciation includes the nasal touch in it. So we know what nasal means actually. Whatever, like that. So this was Sutra 1, and yeah, congratulations for the first Sutra, first day. Anything on the first Sutra?
Oh, I have one question. So he uses this Shashti here, this Visarganam, Varganam. But any reason that he uses Shashti?
Yashana. Pronunciation of, let us look like this for this one. The pronunciation of E, Cha, I'm doing the translation, okay? The pronunciation of E, Cha, Cha, Ja, Jhanga, Ya, and Sha is Talu. So the pronunciation of.
So
okay.
That's
Okay. One more thing is connect all these parts with this part. This is the main. Esham is a Shashti. For those of you who don't know Shashti, don't bother. We'll be studying it whenever it will be there. So Esham is Shashti. So put this sentence here. So let us put E cha varga yashanam udbhava sthanam talu. Okay, let us check what is the gender of talu. Oops. So talu is a neuter word. Okay. So because sthanani is a plural, because it is referring to all. But if we have to use it for a single one, so E cha varga yashanam udbhava sthanam talu. The udbhava sthan of E cha varga yasha is talu. Did you get it?
Yes, Prabhuji, got it. Okay. So, but it
Yeah.
is a plural in the beginning to mention all the things collectively together.
Yes, but this is connected with every, every individual set of letters. Any other question or discussion? Okay. So I'll just stop here for grammar part today because two devotees just joined in. So I just request you all to memorize sutras, at least memorize 2 to 3 sutras, and it's just some small lines like that. So please do memorize and be on time in class, because to start something is easy, but to maintain the frequency is quite difficult for anything, whether it's anything. To start something is, you jump in, I'm interested, okay, I'll join in. And even from my side also, okay, I'm ready to teach. But to maintain, the same pace, the same frequency, it takes some sacrifice, and it takes efforts from our own side, like from my side also, from your side also. So yeah, so please do memorize sutras. So tomorrow, memorize total 4 sutras, including this, the first one. So first 4 sutras, okay, and then we'll go further. Was that okay? Okay, so one more thing is, how much time is sufficient for a class? Like for me, 45 minutes are okay. Is that okay with you all, or should we lessen it? Or
I think 45 minutes looks good, Prabhuji.
45?
45 minutes is good.
And what about other devotees?
Sure, Prabhu. 45 minutes work.
And
Yes.
Prabhu?
If that works for everyone, that's good. Personally, I don't mind longer, but at the same time, we're all doing this together, so that's fine.
Yeah, means, of course, one more thing is that it's not that 45 minutes I'm considering, because I think, and I'm sure that 45 minutes will be sufficient, even for a person who's ready to spend even more time, like you're saying. Because you might be wondering that we are going a little slower or something, but gradually you'll see the pace actually. We'll see the pace, so it will come. It's coming up actually. It's coming up. Okay, we'll just jump into the Anvaya. And nārāyaṇam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam virayat. So we won't discuss any purport, anything. No, it's not a class. Just the mool shloka, only the Sanskrit, only shloka. So we may just one time recite. So like ISKCON classes, we do. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Janmadhyasya yatonvayaditaratas chartheshvabhinyah swarat.
Janmadhyasyayatonvayati taratas chate swabhinyaswara.
It's a little different tune which I'm singing in.
I think it's very difficult to catch.
Generally we sing it simply, but okay, once more please try to catch the tune. It's very wonderful actually, it's very catchy. Janmadhyasya yatonvayaditaratas chartheshvabhinyah swarat. Please everyone.
Janmadhyasya yatonvayat
Swarat.
I think Ujjwala Prabhu caught it very nicely.
Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye Muhyanti Yat Surayah.
Dhene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye Muhyanti Yat Suraya.
Tejo vari mridam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha.
Tejo vari mridam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha.
Hamna svena sada nirastakuhakam satyam param dhimahi.
Amna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi.
So the very first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, and we pray unto Lord Krishna, Krishna Balram, Radha Govind, that they bless us so that we go as far as possible in Srimad Bhagavatam discussing Anvaya, and it's really good, really. So Om stands for, it's like an invocation. It's invoking auspiciousness in the beginning. And then Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. I've already started the Anvaya, Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. My obeisances unto Vasudev, who possesses the 6 opulences in full. This is the literal translation of Bhagavate. You know Aishwarasya Samagrasya, right? Asya, okay, I think I'll show the English one. Asya Janma Adi Yatah. Asya Kasya Vishwasya. Vishwasya Janma Adi. Janma Adi iti Janma, Sthiti and Pralay. Yataha stands for Bhagavatah. So from the Lord, the Janma, Sthiti and Pralaya of this world happens or happened. It can be a past tense, it can be present, and it can be future, because the circle keeps rotating, of creation, maintenance, and annihilation. So the tense, Vyasadeva has not included the tense here, but it can be used for not the tense. Yeah, tense, past tense, future, and the present. Artheshu Anvayad Itaratah cha abhignyah. Actually, this Anvayad and Itarata, first of all, this shloka, the commentaries on this shloka, they are very broad. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has given 5 meanings of Anvayad Itarata. Sridhar Swami has given 3 meanings of Anvayad Itarata. Only I'm speaking of Anvayad Itarata, and Jiva Goswami I'm studying right now, so I'm just counting. So like that, So I'll just discuss 2 meanings for Anvaya and Itarata, which will suit the Anvaya as well. First, we will connect Anvaya and Itarata with this part. Asya Vishwasya Anvayad Itaratah Janma Adi Yatah. that the Supreme Lord is the cause of the creation, maintenance, and annihilation of this universe directly and indirectly. Atra sarga visargascha. Sarga stands for, directly, the direct interruption of the Lord. And visarga through Brahma, Lord created through Brahma also, visarga. So that is stated as itarata, indirectly. Okay. Then if we connect this Anvaya itarata with the next phrase here, Artheshu Anvaya itaratah abhignaha. Artheshu stands for Vishwakaryeshu. Sridhar Swami says that Vishwakaryeshu, all the visible things, all the visible manifestations around us. So the Lord is Abhignya. He is the knower of all the manifestations around, directly and indirectly. Pratyaksh and Apratyaksha. Lord knows it directly and indirectly. If you read Prabhupada's purport on it, so Prabhupada gives the example of an engineer, if you remember anyone. Prabhupada gives the example of an engineer, that although the engineer is not personally working on every nook and corner of the building or the infrastructure which he's working on, but still, because he's the key designer, so he knows every part and every nook and corner of it. So similarly, although Lord Krishna is not himself, taking the bricks and taking mud, water and everything and compiling the universes, but still, just like the designer, architect, Lord Krishna knows each nook and corner of this world. This is like directly and indirectly. So he is knowing everything about this universe, this manifested universe, directly and indirectly. Now I won't enter into directly and indirectly. What does it actually mean? We're just doing the Anvaya here. And he is Swarat. Anyhow, now someone may question that, okay, even the Jiva is Abhigya. See, the Lord is Sat Chit Anand, okay? The Lord is eternal, Lord is knowledgeable, and Lord is full of bliss. The same components are possessed by Jivas also. Sat Chit Anand, of course in a minute quantity. But the Chit portion comes along with Jiva also, isn't it? The Jivas by nature also, they are cognizant fully. Not, I don't know fully is a right word or not, but they are cognizant. Then the question may rise, okay, so this shloka may be talking about the Jiva. That Jiva is also Abhignya. But then the next answer or refutation by Vyasadeva comes is Swarat. That the Lord is Swarat, independent, but the Jivas are not independent. That the Param Satyam, which we are talking about here, Bhagavate Vasudeva, is Swarat and the Jivas are not. And what more about the Swarat? If someone may say, oh, I think maybe the shloka is talking about Lord Brahma. People think Lord Brahma is Swarat or even because he created the universe. Then Vyasadeva is further continuing, no. Even Lord Brahma has to depend on Lord Vishnu for whatever knowledge, whatever skills he possesses. And what is that? Ya. Ya stands for Yah, Krishna or Nārāyaṇād. Adi Kavaye. Yah, Adi Kavaye. Adi Kavaye stands for Lord Brahma. Unto Lord Brahma, who is the original Kavi, who is the original saint or original Kavi, the Pandit, the learned personality. Tene means Tene literally means expanded actually. Tanu vistare, to vistar karna, to expand. So who expanded what? Brahma. Actually, in ISKCON and in general, when we read this shloka, so this Brahma word, people take it from Lord Brahma actually. But this Brahma refers to the Vedas. Okay. In Sridhar Swami says, yeah, Brahma stands for Tattvam Vedam Va, either Tattva or Vedam, here. So Brahma stands for Veda. So Lord expanded the Vedas unto Lord Brahma. And what was the medium? Hrida. Hrida stands for through his heart unto his heart. It was like a heart-to-heart transferring. Hare Krishna, am I audible?
Yes, bro.
Okay, yeah. So Hrida means from. There are two explanations of Hrida. One is from Narayana's side and one is from Brahmaji's side. So from Narayana's side, it says that from his heart Narayana expanded. And the other explanation says that Lord Brahma received the knowledge, the Vedas, through his heart. So, and Surayah Yat Muhyanti. And to show that the supremacy of the Lord above the demigods, that the Surayah, even the demigods, the learned demigods, even they are bewildered by the acts of the Lord. And the very first anecdote which stuck in the mind is Brahma Vimohan Leela, and Indra's Govardhan Leela. Where Lord Krishna really bewildered both of them, Indra and Brahmaji. So, Surayah Yat Muhyanti, and even demigods are bewildered in the matter of Lord, and they are unable to understand. And even Brahmaji himself confessed in 10th canto, 14th chapter, if you have read, that there may be persons around claiming that they know God. I don't care for them. Brahmaji uses such words. I don't care for them a bit. But as far as I know myself, I don't know you, O Lord. So it's a quite a confession actually. And Suraya Muhyanti. Muhyanti, Mohit, Mugdh. Mohit, Mugdh, Muhyanti, all made up from same root. Muh. Now it says, Tejo Vari Mridam Yatha Vinimayah. Now, Vyasadeva is saying, just like Yatha. Yatha stands for just like Yatha. Tejah Vari Mridam Vinimaya. Vinimaya generally means exchange. Vinimaya. Like Dan Pratigraha. Dan Pratigraha, Pathan Pathan, Yajan Yajan, Dan Pratigraha. So that Dan Pratigraha is basically Vinimaya, exchange of something. That I give you something, you give me something. So Vinimaya, Sridhar Swami explains, Anyasmin Anya Abhabhasa iti Vinimaya. That when we perceive a particular object in something else, that is Vinimaya. For example, when Duryodhana entered the palace in Indraprastha, when the opening was on, so there this Tejovari Mridam Yatha Vinimaya happened. He took the surface to be water and he took water to be surface, vice versa. So sometimes Tejaha Vari Mridam, like in a desert, Mrigamarichika, in the sand, there is a perception of water. And sometimes in the sand, perception of water because of the Teja. When the sunshine the sun rays shines and reflects on the sand, what happens is the sparkles which are created there, they appear like water from far. And I think I was mentioning it to you that then the thirst is created in the mind. Already the thirst is there in the mind. As soon as we hear the name desert, automatically, or Nirjala Ekadashi, automatically the very first thing which comes up in the mind is water. So already a person traveling into a desert, he's just, water, water, water. He's just like in his subconsciousness. So as soon as that sparky thing is seen by him on that ground, so that thing in his subconsciousness comes up, and it directly relates. Oh, this must be water. I need it. I need it. And there goes the Brahma and his illusion. So just like water looks like a reality on the sand until it is experienced, that is a different point. And just like water looks like a reality on the sand, although it is not. Similarly, yatra trisargah amrisha. Similarly, trisargah basically means this prapanch, this jagat, this world, although it is, I was writing here, it is ashashvat, it is ajnanmaya, and it is nirananda. It's all opposite of Satchidanand. Adhyatmic jagat is Sat, Shashvat. Bhautik jagat is Ashashvat. Adhyatmic jagat is Jnanmay, full of knowledge. But the material world is Jnanmay, full of ignorance. And it is full of non-bliss, literally. No bliss here. Actually, it is like this. But what happens is, just as water looks like a reality on the sand, similarly, because Krishna is the cause of this universe, and so when the universe, the manifested universe is based upon the Lord's energies, so that manifested universe, which is made up of the three qualities, it looks real. It looks full of bliss. It looks like full of, it will stay for eternity. And it looks like it's full of knowledge, isn't it? Everyone in the world, they just assume, and they're damn sure that we are going to live forever. Although it's the same thing, ahani ahani hi bhutani, that every day people are dying and everyone is watching the news and this and that. These many died today due to corona here. These many died today due to this and that. So many things. But still, we have a staunch and strong belief that this place is going to stay forever, and myself also will be continuing here forever. And this tendency is not only seen in humans, is also seen in animals and even in plants. I'll prove it. Whenever you see a dog, just for an example, or a cat, or something like that, you try to, hurt them. And even if you don't try hurt them, you just pretend to, hurt them. They'll just run away. Why? Because they also have the tendency to live long and to live forever. Otherwise, they would stand and, okay, please, maro mujhe, beat me. I'm happy. I don't want to live because I know this world is temporary. They don't say like that. They want to live. You cut, if it's a tree, you cut a branch. You'll see in few days it will, again grow. Why? Because the tree also want to live. It doesn't even want to die. So similarly, it's illusion, but because it's based upon the Lord's energy, that's why it's looking Amrisha. Although it is Mrisha. Mrisha means Mrisha means false. This is the Monier-Williams dictionary. I'll share it in the group for those who don't have it. It's very useful. Mrisha means false, and Amrisha means not false, means true. Although this world is false, but due to illusion, it appears to be true. And then Vyasadeva continues, but the Lord and his dham, his abode, they are Mrisha, they are Amrisha, they are true. And Svena Dhamna, by his abode or by his effulgence, Dhamna stands for varieties of things. The word Dhaman, stands for a variety. It means abode. It means splendor, light, splendor, effulgence. It means majesty, supremacy, power, strength, effect, so many things. So Lord, by his, let's see what Sridhar Swami has to say in this one. Oh, he says Mahasa. Yeah, Jiva Goswami, Sridhar Swami uses the word Mahasa. Through his greatness, through his power, all those things. So the Lord, through his power, which is beyond the three modes, the supreme power actually, Sada, always Nirasta Kuhakam. Nirasta means to defend, to defeat something. Nirast. Parast. Have you heard of Parast? The word Parast. Parast means to defeat something. Similarly, Nirast, to defeat someone. So the Lord, through his supremacy and his energies and his power, he defeats the effects of Maya to touch him. Did you get my point? He doesn't let Maya touch him and bewilder him. This fourth line actually relates to Muyanti Yat Surya, means we can relate. That Lord's Maya even illusions the demigods. But it cannot ever illusion the Lord. Why? Dhamna Svena. Because of his ever supremacy. It's not temporary supremacy, it's ever his all time his supreme. And the people who claim, the Mayavadis who claim that I was God, but I am enwrapped or captured by Maya and now I'm fallen. And after doing sadhana, I'll again become God. That is bogus, and the very first shloka defeats that statement from Mayavadis. That the Lord is always Lord and he can never fall down. Why? Dhamna Svena Sada. Sada is very important. Sada means always. Never ever the Lord can fall down. Means Brahmaji knew this verse actually, but he forgot the word Sada. And that's why he thought, hey, wait a bit. This boy, okay, he might be God, but I think he's fallen down right now. But he forgot, it says Sada here. The Lord can never fall down, whether he's a child, he's a youth, or whatever he might be. So to such Satyam Param Dhimai, we meditate upon such supreme being who is Satyam. Satyam stands for Trikala Vartita, whose existence remains in three dimensions, or three, all, past, present and future. That is Satyam, explained by Acharyas. So I offer my obeisances, not obeisances, we meditate actually. We meditate on such Satyam Para. So that was shloka number 1. And yeah, of course, it's, don't accuse me. It's really big thing. And I just tried something to, just encapsulate it in few minutes. So yeah, gradually we'll study more about it. Okay, anything to be discussed or asked? Otherwise, we are over time. Was it boring?
No, Prabhuji. So, Prabhu, just a question. Would you be also telling why this particular vibhakti and all is used in particular place in the sloka during the Anvaya? I don't know others how it is going to be. So.
We won't discuss vibhaktis right now. Let us, let us start grammar, first of all, and gradually we'll keep unfolding things gradually. I don't want to give a overdose. It happens actually. Everything at a point, at a time, and then we cannot digest. So gradually we'll do, unfold vibhaktis and so on. Okay. Yeah. So,
just a cool little philosophical question. This Dhamma Swena Sada Nirastakukam. You said that this meant that Krishna, or that Satyam Param, is never touched by Maya. He always keeps Maya away from him. Is this coming from Sridhar Swami?
Yes.
Cool. I'm just curious for clarification, because that's the only commentary we don't have in English. Not the only one, but it's one of the main ones we don't have in English. And I'm just remembering Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's first one about how he's basically talking about all the Mimamsakas and other people who argue these Muyanti Yat Suraya, all the other people, great sages who argue about the absolute truth, and how only through the Dhamma, through the potency of the Lord, can that bewilderment be cast off, Stakuakam. So it's just cool to hear another, like you were saying earlier, there's so many amazing interpretations of this by our acharyas. So it's nice to hear another one.
Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada, in his time, he published a full Srimad Bhagavatam volume, in Calcutta. Of course, it's in Bengali lipi, Bengali script. It's Sanskrit actually, the language is Sanskrit, but the script is Bengali. And there he has used, or he has inserted the Anvaya for each shloka, and that Anvaya is based upon the commentary of Sridhar Swami. And Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada himself did it, like himself. So it's very authentic, and the Anvayas which we'll be doing are based upon the same thing, the same Bengali script which I'm showing to you. You read Bengali, I'll share that with you. And
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, I was just curious, because it's just cool. I always love seeing more and more, especially about this, the first chapter of the Bhagavatam especially. So first 2 chapters are so full of nectar. Yeah, I have to learn Bengali script, because there's so much actually. I cheated with only knowing Devanagari.
It's quite easy. I learned it in 2 weeks, and so quite familiar with the Devanagari script, except for few letters. Yeah. So yeah, any other thing from other devotees?
Saraswati Thakur's Anvaya you were mentioning, is that the language used is Bengali or Sanskrit, or only the script is Bengali?
Only the script is Bengali.
Oh, if you could share, Prabhu, in the group, that will be.
Okay, I'll share it, Prabhu. Okay, so we'll continue tomorrow. So, and we'll restrict to the time. Of course, today we went over time because it's, I don't know,